Alright guys, we've got Hero for T1 on the bottom right side of it, Eternity's End. Edge? Edge, it's Edge, right? End? Eternity's End, I think it's Eternity's End. We know the map names, it's pushed off the edge, so it always gets me. I'm like, get rid of this TLMC22, you're taking up premium space. We've got Solar in the top left side of the map as well. He's going to be going for a hatchery first here. It's a ZVP winners match from RSL Group B. Guys, winner of this gets out of the group, loser will have to go and slug it out with someone else. Just a nice highlight match. And honestly, this is one of the matches I have not vetted at all for today's best games of StarCraft. I hadn't cast too much, didn't have too much Protoss on the menu for today. And I saw Hero's name and I said, I want cast Hero. What can I say, guys? I know I cast a ton of Hero, but the last 2 weeks actually I haven't cast as much of him. And I need my fix of insane player who will do entirely unpredictable and random things. Very capable of just keeling over and instantly dying to Solar's first attack. Very capable of getting ahead against Solar and then throwing the game. Very capable of falling way behind and then making an incredible comeback that nobody else could make. What I'm saying is the options are limitless when Hero is playing StarCraft. You never know what he's going to do. Trying to understand his logic is like trying to predict the next movement of someone who's just taken a heroic dose of mushrooms. Magic mushrooms, not just the regular tasty fungus kind. Yeah, you really... I do feel like he sees a lot of like kind of psychedelic images and like fractals and glowing. I think that this pillar may look static to you guys. I'm pretty sure in Hero's mind, this thing is kind of wobbling and throbbing and it's turning and talking to his probe. It's like, hey, buddy, do you want to create a wall-off for once? And Hero's like, no, I do not want to create a good wall-off. And that's why I'm putting my pylon in this super awkward position, smack bang in the middle. I guess he goes gateway here, cybercore here, and then has a dodgy diagonal wall-off. But it does give him the advantage of walling off with only 2 structures. So there is an upside to it. The downside, of course, is that he's not built a gateway on the natural to start. Built it in the main. And he's done this to basically optimize how efficient his early game is, guys. Only scouts very late to confirm he's not getting 12 pulled after going for the Nexus and the Pylon on that natural expand. 4 Lings are on the way, as well as Ling speed here for Solar. Should see him going immediately for those injects. Look at how tight he is with his builds, guys. Instantly injects both hatcheries and drops a nice quick third base on 32 supply. Very clean opening for Solar. Zergling checks the Watchtower, quickly turns to run away. He's going to try and say, well, if you want to catch the Zergling, you can, but you'll have to at least run back towards your own base for a second. Oracle's already begun, and you'll see him chrono boost that in about 10 seconds. It's a very fast Oracle production, though. Thank you, Whiskey Jack, for the sub. Appreciate it, mate. There is a limit to the predictability, Pig. It's not unlimited predictability. He will mess his wall off up, and that is entirely predictable. Twitch chat's called me out with 100% accurate analysis. You guys are true. That being said, whenever I say 100% he's going to mess up his wall off, he'll randomly come out with a perfect wall off, like 1 in 83 games or something like that. It'll very rarely happen, but occasionally he'll do the most optimal wall off you've ever seen. This will not be one of those games. I'm sure this will be fine. It's just... he's going to build 3rd Nexus before even trying to wall off as well. I mean, I get Oracle's a good man. Dude, I remember the days where we'd be cowering in fear as Protoss players of Ling Floods coming in. Hero is the anti-Protoss, you know, the anti-hero. Well, his name is Hero, but he's kind of an anti-hero to Protoss players in that the things we fear, he does not fear. That's a good wall-off. It's a very late wall-off, but it is a well-placed wall-off. It's actually a really nice placement. Hats off to Hero for that one. It's 2.5 minutes after most people start walling their base off, but it'll do. Quick Evo chamber for Solar, guys. So Solar's going to go for that nice early melee upgrade. Make his Zerglings a bit more powerful against the Stalkers. The Queen's here escorting the drone transfer to the 3rd base. And you gotta look at the units lost tab and say 1 Overlord, 1 drone, or 1 Zergling, sorry. That's perfectly fine. Solar on a roll so far. Assuming his Queens get in position and focus fire, which they do. 2 volleys on the Oracle, removes its shields. If I were him, I'd just build a Spore there. It's a little greedy. No Baneling Nest. Guys, it's 445, no Bane Nest, and he's going to try and build a 4th hatchery. I mean, that's an easy kill for the Oracles. That was a bit risky. I think he thought the Oracles were about to dip into the main. Glaive Adepts is coming in. He doesn't have a Baneling Nest, though. Melee will not be done. It is only 3 Gate Glaives. I guess there is a 4th, but it's just quite late. It's going to hit about 6 minutes 20. Roach Warren does go down, but it's such a late Roach Warren. What an interesting style for Solar. At this stage, you assume there's no Glaive Adepts because this just looks too normal. Chronoing Probes, 4 Adepts just chilling. You're going to build a few more Zerglings just to keep presence on the map, but I think Solar really has no idea what he's about to get hit by. Those Adepts getting ready to move out. Last few ones warping in. He's going to Chrono his Twilight one more time. Oracles do find themselves some Creep Trimmers. Very well done. These Lings could run in on the base and do some damage, but sees the 4 Adepts still just chilling. Don't know if he's suspicious just yet. He's about to see it. He's about to see it as Solar. He's about to see these Adepts move forward. Oh me, oh my, guys. He doesn't have a single Roach or Baneling. These Lings running into the 3rd is nice, but the Oracles are there to defend. They'll defend that easily. At least they both have to use their lasers defensively. 8 Roaches are building. There's 6 Queens and 30 Zerglings gathering on the front. But of course, these 15 Adepts more than a match for Zerglings. Queens are going to try and engage here, but of course, the Adepts happy to stand their ground and blitz those Zerglings. Queen's going down as well as 1 Roach that's popped out, already died. Drones starting to fall. 5 probes have gone down though, so I think the Oracles were out of position a bit. Hero did lose 5 probes to the Zergling run by, which was really well done to have found some counter damage. Solar's avoided critical drone losses. This is actually crazy defense, guys. It's not over yet, of course. He's still got to actually deal with the Adepts, which he has not managed to do, but it's starting to feel like Solar might actually have a capability of staying alive from what I thought was a disastrous position. Nice cancel. The drones hanging around a bit too late. He's going to try and recall 13 drones. Massive mining time. He's got 3rd Oracle coming out. Blinken +1. Don't think Solar can really counterattack him here. Not without Roach speed. He's got 16 Roaches, 21 Zerglings, but the Oracles will be more than a match for that. The Adepts are going to try and hide around the left side and then sneak in when Solar counterattacks, but this Hero Zergling sees him. By the way, what is this? Do you guys see? There's a friggin'... Guys! There's like a ghost of a hybrid possessing the side of this map. Oh my lord. I think that was a hybrid... Was that a destroyer? I think that was a hybrid destroyer. If you go down these steps into this pit, oh my gosh. I don't know, there is some dark energy in the bottom left of this map. If you guys take the gold base, that is a haunted base, guys. It's a friggin' haunting specter of a hybrid. 4 Queens only out, and with the 4th Oracle building, Hero is very happy to extend the mid game. It says Storm, that's for losers. Mortal production, also for losers. Fleet Beacon, tryhards. Do I look like a tryhard or a loser? My name's Hero. No 4th base for Hero, I would say, is the weak spot for him, though. Solar's got 74 workers. He's going to go mass Roachling Bane, which could do well. I like the Roaches just waiting as well. Solar's like, look, Hero always F2s across the map. And if you can, when he attacks you, send some units in, it really distracts him and often causes him to like blink all of his Stalkers forwards or do something silly like that. Does Solar have the army to defend is the question. Stasis traps will be a very real problem in this sort of game. He's not trying to move his Lings forward. He tries to now. Managed to get a stasis trap off. Oh, the blink forward. That's exactly what we were expecting. Random blink forwards, one of Hero's favorite moves. Biles, of course, going to force him back there. I think so far a pretty good defense. The Roaches, unfortunately, for Solar, get caught by a stasis trap, and there will be a warp in behind. The Adepts do sacrifice into the mineral line. But I think with Biles, the Roaches, the Ravager Ling production does hold. A few more drones get built here. Unfortunately, the Roaches do not head into the main base, and they will now get shut down by the Blinkstalker. So it's going to be Blinkstalker into Fleet Beacon, guys. This is one of the sillier transitions out there. 3-base Fleet Beacon. It's one of the things you do if you're just clicking buttons in a random order because your name's Hero. He can't even get a 4th up. There's single Zergling denying it. Feels like Solar's getting ahead in this game. The problem Solar has is his tech is redundant the longer we go in the game. The problem for Hero is that would require Hero to actually make good tech units himself, which he's absolutely not doing. Oracles do take out a Queen and deny the 5th base, which is awesome. Stalker's being D-bags. He's basically just playing pure Stalker Mothership. It's very much a meme comp. Stalker's microing pretty well here, though. The stasis kind of keeps him back. Baneling's going to try to roll in this base. They could be big. I think he should shift-click them to come in from this angle, though. Because if they come down here, they have to go around too many buildings. It gives Hero way too much time to respond. You'd really need Hero to be tunnel visioning on the front for that to work out. Good pullbacks. Do not fly the Oracle into that. Great dodges there. Mothership's on the way. I mean, Mothership's very good against ground units. Zealots are going to run out. There's so much time for Hero to respond, but the Banelings did come from the correct angle. And that's going to be hard. Hero's so focused on the front. Oh my gosh. You know what? The battery pylon wall off. The Banelings actually split off. And he doesn't get nearly as much as I thought. Only 12 probes. Queen's trying to fight the Oracles. One Oracle goes down. The Oracles are still trying to fight the Queens, which is a madman's decision. But of course, it's Hero. Of course, he makes the madman's decision. The Lings with +2, wrecking these Stalkers. The Stalkers still trying to do a fighting retreat, but Hero here refusing to make Psystorm that hard counters Ravager Ling Bane. An absolutely bizarre decision for Hero. The Zealot counters could still get him into a good spot. Mothership might save his bacon. He's got a 4th up, but he's only on 62 workers. Hero upping the ante, keeping the aggression going. It's such a nonsense style that Hero's playing, and yet he's so good at it, and he's catching Solar off guard on this left side. Solar can't believe, how are you this in my face? And I think it might be dawning on him, like, Hero is like all in on Stalker Zealot off 3 base. It's a crazy attack. The Queens can't quite get in range of the Prism. Banes do clear the Zealots on that side. That Prism does go down. Stalkers dive in here. He's such a D-bag. He just clicks with his ding-dong, doesn't he? He doesn't care about playing. He just blinks in, gets a hatchery, runs away. Zealots run into the main base. They could pick off some drones. That Solar should be so far ahead in this game, I feel like. And yet, Hero is making it into a real scrap match. Mama's coming forward. There's almost no anti-air. She could literally fly in and just start murdering workers, because there's nothing that shoots up except 4 Queens, which will take about a minute to kill a Mothership. Maybe even longer. Oh, if he gets this hatchery, that's big. The drones have just transferred, but the Ling's here. Oh, Hero's going to get punished for this one. Look at the way he moves some roaches south. Going to blink north and go for the recall. And yeah, you get a hatchery, but you've lost so many Stalkers. I think Solar's very happy for that trade. Problem is you've got nothing that shoots up. There is a Mothership. It makes no sense for a Mothership to be here this early. And yet, he's not got an answer. Another hatchery gets sniped. Now, there's no recall. You've got to run away here. Mothership can stay. The Stalker Zealot is going to try and focus the Overseer down. Absolute psychopath energy from Hero. Solar has got to be feeling the stress right now. What is Hero doing in this game? And why is it catching him off guard at every step? It's because it's so frigging unexpected. That is exactly why. Mum is still on the front trying to roast some Roach Ravager. They do have a bit of armor, so she does struggle to get that done. Hero's still got his 4th up. Just sniped all of Solar's mining hatcheries. And Solar doesn't even have the money to rebuild this left side. Solar can't believe it. He's like, how? The Stalkers dying up here was terrible, but the fact that the income is so bad for Solar now, Solar, I think, needs to rebuild this hatchery as well. He's trying to go Infesta Ultra right now. And to be fair, what's the comp? Immortal Arc on single Tempest production? That's amazing. Guys, you might be wondering, why is he building a Tempest? Nobody knows. I don't think Hero knows why he's building a Tempest in this game. He's up against Roachling Bane. He hasn't seen... maybe he thinks Broodlords might come out. Like, this is definitely not a Lurker game. Obviously, Tempests are good against Broodlords and Lurkers. Very slow, long-range siege units. They do bonus damage against Broodlords as well. Tempest can snipe them off from out of range. But against an Ultra transition, they won't do well. Not that he's seen the Ultras yet, so he doesn't really know what's coming next. Hero's now got a supply lead. All that mining time being lost was massive. He did so much economic damage. And Hero, man, just his ability to flow through these crazy games and just use surprise, momentum, and the fact that you aren't expecting such wild moves gets him really great value. Problem he's going to have is his immortal counts. Wait, he's on 4? He's on 4 immortals? How in the world? Oh, damn, no, he's fine against Ultras. He's totally fine against these Ultras, man. And he's got enough Archons to wreck the Ling. This is checkmate. Hero has this in the bag. What a friggin' Hero is so good at finding himself in like a relatively just solid, even logical and standard like position where he's countered everything the opponent's done. It's just his path there is the most hectic path to get to that position. That's why it's so impressive. Sicko, man. Solar always looks a little tilted when he's playing Hero. Feels like there's a lot of weirdness happening. Things that don't quite add up. Zealots up north are going to run into a mass of Roaches. Roaches actually defend that. Good defensive position. I just think this army can't be stopped by Solar's little army that he's got here. Ultraling Bane trying to roll in. The Banelings all crash into the Archons. The Ultras not on A move for a moment there. Up top, the Roaches clean up the Zealots really efficiently. He does have more Ultras and Lings trying to build. The Immortals can take those out so easily, though. You can see the army here for Solar is just minuscule. Immortals counter the Ultras, Archons counter the Lings and the Banes. And Hero blinks his Stalkers into the Ultras. Now, you might be wondering, why did he do that, guys? That's a very good question. Have you guys ever killed someone in the video game and then maybe pressed control a few times while standing on their corpse? You might be familiar with teabagging, gloating, telling his opponent to get out with his actions. Blinking Stalkers into Ultras is Hero just going, ha I gotcha. It's infuriating. Solar probably going to be a little annoyed at that. Hero, as always, just upping the chaos, upping the craziness, and finds his way to a game 1 victory. Oh me, oh my, what a D-bag. I love him. Hero's so great. And I always say, oh man, you're calling someone a D-bag, a douchebag? Like, what the heck? Have some respect as a commentator. Guys, there is, if you're as Solar thinking this guy's a D-bag, like, you've succeeded. You have done everything you need to do. This is one of these Hero wall-offs that I absolutely abhor, but let's see how it goes. It's going to be a pretty early probe, so he does want to block the natural. Now, does Solar cancel this Overlord, guys? Watch this from Solar's point of view. See, he's got this Overlord here. If he cancels that, he can build the hatchery. Sees it. Cancel, cancel, cancel. You gotta cancel it now. Dude, he had it control grouped. He wasn't even looking when he canceled the egg, which means he had that on a control group. Wow. So good. So good. That was so quick. I thought he was because he looked back, saw the probe, and I thought he was like, I was like, oh no, you got to look back in the main to cancel the egg. But he was so well prepared for that. Cancels the Overlord, gets the hatchery down, blocking, essentially denying Hero's ability to block his base. He builds the Overlord a few seconds later. This is an excellent response for Solar. He's now going to go 17. Oh, 18 gas pool. Okay. Yeah, if you kind of like have a smile on your face as you call someone a D-head or a D-bag in Australia, it's kind of it's a term of endearment. You know, obviously you can say it aggressively to someone, but usually there's certain terms that are, you know, reserved for your worst enemies and your best friends. Akira brings those terms out a lot from his opponents, but I say them with the utmost respect. Oh no! He's tilted! Oh, that hurts, Solar. Oh no, he messed his workers up, and you know Hero feels good about that. Just Hero force him into micro a bit. Now what happened there, guys, is sometimes you click a drone, but you think you've misclicked it, so you go to click a second time, and you know what 2 clicks does in a row, guys? It selects all of a unit type on that screen. So he's tried to click a drone to click here, but he thought he misclicked the first time, so he clicks again. So he goes click, 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 like that, and then he clicks and he's like, oh no, and he pulls them all off, and then he has to reset them. So that's a really awkward opening. Solar needs to keep it together now. His opening initially was amazing, so he can absolutely recover from this. He got his hatchery up on location. He's got 2 things that'll kill this probe. Not going to escape. Is champ in Australia an insult? I mean, normally you're saying champ to a young child. In that case, it's fine. It's like buddy. But if a grown man is calling another grown man a champ, usually, yeah, I'd say it's contextual. I'd say 9 times out of 10, that's pretty condescending. You know? Hey, buddy? Like, calling another adult buddy or champ is... I don't think that's unique to Australia, right? That's, I mean, yeah, it's like... usually going to be a little bit condescending, isn't it? It's like if you're a little kid, I get it, but yeah. My friend's wife hates it. She's like, oh, I hate how Australians and Canadians call everyone buddy. It's so weird. And I'm just like, oh, if they're a kid, it's fine. It's like, it's still so condescending and weird. And I'm just like, grow up with it. You can just get too used to it. All right, Depth's coming in. Good micro here for Hero, being really annoying. Counter the Battle Buddy is also either good or bad. Depends on the conversation. Yeah, it's same thing. 1 probe goes down for 2 Zerglings. I also hate strangers calling me boss. Oh, I love that. Someone grew up without white privilege. Does it feel awkward for you? For me, I'm just like, my natural status in society. Not just kidding. It's pretty rare, to be fair. It's pretty rare. That was a good bit a comedian I saw the other week. She was saying she loves it when people call her boss. Anyway, Lings for the... Oh, nice surround! Nice surround! Oh, Solar says, get out of my base! Oh, get out! Look at that unit slow stuff. And now he wants more damage, so he's going to go deep. Solar a little behind on the queens, but 2 drones totally acceptable. Slap the adepts down. Do we get another hit on the exit? Not quite. Great play. And now the Lings are over here. Oh, hello, free probe. I will kill a free probe for 2 oracles. Of course, Hero's micro very good on the oracles, so the Lings try to juke backwards and do escape with just 2 Zerglings going down. Well played. All right, Forge into Twilight. Some of the worst building placement I've ever seen. Guys, the trick with this building placement is if you build units flush with the pylon, then you can fit something on the other side. Because these are both 2 spaces away, luckily you can fit gateways here, but you can't fit anything in this whole area anymore. That's also why it's better to build the pylon in the open a little bit more, just to give yourself a bit more production space. But that Forge placement is a bit awkward. This is something I mentioned. It doesn't matter for Hero. He's really fast. He'll figure it out. But for average Joes, I see them always with no space to build their buildings. Try to always build a pylon in the open, and then you've got like unlimited building space in that main. Number of players I see spending 5 minutes in Platinum League going around and they're like, oh, there's a pylon here, and they like spending so much APM to squeeze 2 gateways in and then getting their probe trapped, and it's like, oof. Lings do sacrifice themselves. There's the map control gone, but for 2 probes and keeping the oracles at home, I think that's worth it. Lings, of course, are trying to split here, saying, hey, if you want to commit, you're going to lose all those. And good mineral walk on the drones. Oh, beautiful D for Soul. And he goes back before the oracles can punish him. Welcome to town. Welcome to town, Hero, says Solar. I'm so happy, guys. I didn't, like I said, I didn't vet this series. I just saw Hero, wanted to cast it. I was really hoping it wouldn't just be Hero bullying Solar. And yet, after the first game and then the accidental drone pull, I was like, this might be one of those games where Hero just loses it. But damn, he even gets that Oracle on the way home. Tries to fly in between. Now he's having to rebuild the Oracle. Blink is not at a crisp timing at all. And Hero's taking 6 gas. He's going to have to drop a Templar Archives and play Storm. Oh no, this is... Sorry, guys. This is Hero's favorite build recently. You guys have heard me talk about it. It's where you take 6 gases really early with no way to spend your gas. No Templar Archives, no Storm. Okay, finally. Could have dropped that about a minute ago, but that's okay. Better late than never. I make fun of Hero because he does this a lot. Sometimes he'll float 800 gas, and then he'll start the Templar Archives. And I'm like, why are we taking 6 gas if we're making 4-gate Stalker? There's no way to spend the gas. Hero just likes to Florencio style it. Mine the gas ahead of time, and then he can use it later on whatever he feels like. Oracle's grab. Oh, 2 drones, but he's lost all of his energy, and he's going to lose another Oracle if he's not careful. Barely gets out of there. Chief is really common in New York. What's up, Chief? I like that. That's cute. Overseer does go down. Ling's going to poke in. Ooh. Nope. Solar, get out of here. If the oracles are there, you got to back off, but it's still good to just do these moves. You could kill that Stalker later much easier. Kind of shocking that Hero had a unit in the wall off, to be fair. Hero comes in, gets a free deny on the base, and then runs away. It's a 5th base, so I don't think he cares too much about losing it. It's so fascinating, guys, that Solar's playing Ravager Ling Bane. I've recently theorized that why Solar's gone back to this style is because Hero refuses to make Storm. But Hero has actually been mixing Storm in recently. Like, he was for like a month and a half just being like, Storm, no Storm. I don't like Psy Storm. And he was just losing games he did not need to lose. And recently he's pivoted. And I think it's partially because this early game sucked for him so badly, where he's like, I guess I need to try to make what could win me this game? You Psy Storm. He is going Fleet Beacon and 2 Stargates very early. I would argue too early. He's only got 10 Stalkers, 5 High Templar. These Stalkers, what are they doing over here? Odd choice to be on that side of the map. He's going to lose 1, probably 2. 2 Stalkers go down. Better than losing all of them. Storm's almost finished. So you will have Storms ready for any sort of Ravager Ling Bane timing. You really don't want to get stuck on Roaches in this matchup. These are useless the later the game goes. So even though Solar's got a supply lead, it's a supply lead of mostly bad units. But he's going to quickly run across the map with these guys, hit this left side, and these Banes are going to roll in this side. If he can clear this worker line, the lack of a 4th base for Hero is really good for you. Hero's going to go for the much harder to defend 4th on the left, rather than the one that's right next to his 3rd base. Because his name's Hero, and he likes making things harder for himself. If anyone has any reason you would take this 4th, like, come on, man. It's so far away. Why would you ever do this? I'm not insane, right, guys? Please give me your arguments for why you would ever take that 4th. I think it's complete nonsense, but I'm always curious to hear why I'm wrong. Bane's rolling in from this side. This is a very important move. There's no distractions, and it's not going to find anything. Ooh, this is really bad for Solar. He gets a few cannons and a bit of mining time. Thankfully for Hero, Solar denies the attempt to take a base on the left, so Hero's going to be forced to take an actual good expansion on the right side that's incredibly easy to defend. Yep. Literally, Solar's forcing Hero to play properly. That's unfortunate for him. As a Zerg, you're not really thinking about it. You're just thinking, oh, he wants to take a base there, I'll deny it. Sometimes you do shepherd Hero into playing properly, though. Ultra Caverns on the way, double upgrades, Adrenal Glands. Ling Bane army is pretty massive, but it's not an army that's going to get any better, so he wants to trade it out now. And that's a nice way to do it. Gets on top of all these Zealots for free. Lings try to run in the left. There was no one in the wall, but Hero's reaction speed is on point. Oracles fall back. Queens are kind of poking forwards. Just trying to trade off what he can. Spires on the way. Mama is here. Mama! Just killed the Zerg. Yeah, he's Mama, Storm. How many High Templar? 5 High Templar, each with 2 Psy Storms. Cannon battery massing. Tempest coming out. He's even going to run out and start picking off queens. Wow. I mean, you got to be careful with this army. It's going to get stormed. Oh, my lord. Oh, my god, Solar. Not like this, bro. Does use a lot of storms. He's got to remake those High Templar. Those are a little wasteful. Hero's getting a bit fancy here. I think he's got enough units to defend. He's got 7 Stalkers, 1 Arc on 10 Zealots. Oh, he doesn't have a very big army, and he's already wasted all of his storms. Zealots have to sacrifice themselves to try and defend this work line. Mothership comes here, along with the cannons. And it looks like a Storm should be able to defend that right side. There is no Robo in this game, and Hero's 4th has only just started mining. Hero is taking some good trades, but he's doing it from a 20 worker deficit and with no Robo. He desperately needs a mortar production. Now, he's going to build the Robos here, guys. This is what we call mazing your base. If you don't know how to wall off like Hero, what he's doing is he knows he's not going to have a unit. So when Lings run in, they're now blocked. They have to run through a second choke point, which also won't have a unit in it. Loop around the Nexus, and then head into the main. So basically, Hero is using old school tower defense strategies to make up for his F2 abuse. I love it. I do love it. Solar is in the late game. He's got a big, big army. Can he find a trade? If he could open this side up, that would be massive. I really love when players bring drones to open up that side. He could drop the main as well. Roachling's happy to trade on this right. Just any kills they can get. Any kills at all, he's happy to take. The Ultra's running in this side. The Overseers are going to get sniped. If you can snipe that last Overseer, then the Ultras won't see what's going on. There are 2 more Overseers, but the Ultras have to run away anyways. Roachling doing really well on the right side. 7 more Overlords building. Solar's realizing I'm going to keep losing Overlords and Overseers this game because of the Mothership, so I need to just overbuild those. Roach is trying to make what trade they can. I think at this point you just shift-click 2 Stalkers and hopefully you kill those. Stalkers will blink on top here, and then you could kill that yellow point Stalker maybe. Roaches are garbage. You kind of want to clear them out. It's not the end of the world losing those. Flyer attacks are on the way on the Spire as well. Problem. Hero's got a good late game army. Oh, actually, advantage Solar if he goes Spellcasters, because Void Rays are being mixed in. Void Rays good against Corruptors, trash against Zerg Spellcasters, but Solar's not building any Spellcasters, so Void Rays are actually a pretty decent choice here. Hard to micro, you know, got to try and use Prismatic Alignment at the right time, but oh, Hero finds the drop! That's great. That is amazing. He's going to build a few cannons in the main, probably. Or maybe just rally the Void Rays down to deal with that. No extra cannons in the main after seeing that? Okay, so most people are, what's the word, guys? Not crazy, sane. They are sane. S-A-N-E. You guys are not English as your main language. What that means is you're the opposite of crazy, and you would build cannons in your main after spotting a Zerg trying to drop you. Hero sends the Void Rays out, and then immediately just forgets what happened and gets distracted by things on the right side. If this drop does big damage, he's got no one to blame but himself. High Templar in the open! The Ultras find it! Solar finds the High Templar! Great move! Gets rid of a bunch of high energy Templar, baits the storms and the time warps. The drop's going to go into an undefended main base. He now builds a second cannon. He's maxed right now. He can only warp in a single Zealot. These Lings could actually do really good damage. Hero! He left his main undefended! Oh no! He doesn't have any storms. He lost all of his High Templar right now, but he has enough Void Rays. Okay, 1 storm comes in with the energy recharge. Nicely done. The cannon in the main is about to get taken out. He's going to warp in some Zealots, but my lord, I can't believe this is finding damage. 19 probes. The Fleet Beacon goes down. It did finish Flux Veins, but the Fleet Beacon falls as well. Who doesn't just build 3 cannons in their main after spotting that drop? The Void Ray move is good. See if you can catch the drops, but spotting it and not building cannons. This is the Hero! He's losing all of his probes on his natural as well. How can you have the wherewithal to send the Stalkers out, catch the drop coming, have a minute to prepare and not respond? Hero! Hero? Sorry, guys. Sometimes when Hero is playing, I imagine it is, what's his name? What's the stoner dog? They hunt for ghosts. I'm having a mental blank. Hero? Anyways, he's going to be moving forward for a counterattack. He's not rebuilding probes. He is all in. Scooby-Doo, that's it. Scooby Hero right here. He's going to go for a big all in. I don't know if Solar can stop this. Solar's so far out in economy, but he's down 30 army supply. He has 20 Corruptors, 6 Ultras, 3 Infestors. He's got 2 Vipers. If he lands the Viper Fungal Parasitic Bomb Wombo combo on these Void Rays, he wins this game. Link counter gets cleaned up. It's all about the Fungal Parasitic Bomb. If he lands it on these Void Rays, Hero's army is going to get blasted. Feedbacks. He's got to watch out for the feedbacks. So the High Templar looking for those feedbacks. There's no Oracle Revelations, so he's not going to see them coming. The Vipers, the Infestors dancing in and out. Solar needs these spells to clean up this army. It is a very worrying situation. There's not that many Immortals, so the Ultras will be strong. He's got to land the spells on the Void Rays. There is a lot going on. Oh, me, oh my. Come on, where's the power? Oh, watch out for the feedback. Those High Templar are zoning so well. Solar's waiting. Will his patience pay off, or is he making it harder for himself? Because now he's going to fight into one direction in a natural that's very tight. Feedback on one of the Vipers lands. Fungal Blinding Cloud. Really good on the ramp, but the Ultras are all attacking from one side. Ultras do prefer a double prong. But dude, the first lane of Immortals, the line of Immortals goes down very quickly, but it doesn't matter. Hero's got more behind that. He's still got 3 Immortals in there. And I don't even know if there's any overseers. There's no overseers. He has no detection. Oh no, Cloak ruining that army. And Hero's going to take him out. I thought this was going to be at least a 3-game series. Hero, you absolute nonsense lord, you. Solar was too patient there. He should have gone out to fight him earlier. I think that was a missed opportunity when the Lings were distracting Hero. I don't know if you guys agree. Let's check the replay really quickly and take a look at this. So I think when these Lings were up here, he was kind of just sitting on creep and his High Templar were behind the air. And there's no revelation on the army. I would have loved to see the Vipers just run forward to the Corruptors, drop a power bomb on those Void Rays. I think the Infestors just weren't quite ready at the front. He was kind of waiting for all that. I also would have loved to see his army split. I really think 3 of the Ultras should have moved up here and tried to flank. Problem, as always, in these scenarios, guys, and we always see this happen, and people always, whenever they're like, you say Ultras are good, Ultras are bad. And I'm like, Ultras are good in very specific circumstances. And the problem is, Ultras are best used as sort of a timing attack unit. You make them, you go and find a trade. The problem when you get drawn into a long Ultra game like this is getting your supply correct. And often the answer to this sort of army is actually to overcommit to Ultras and whatever you're using to kill their ground army. Don't have enough Corruptors to win the air war. And remax on Corruptors to kill the air war. The problem is if you have enough Corruptors, but not enough ground, well, the Archons and the Storms kill all your Corruptors anyway, and killing the air units isn't enough. But Ultras are so bad if you don't have enough of them. And what happened here is what I've seen so many times in my cast, and I keep trying to explain to people, because even pro gamers struggle with this. Solar has 6 Ultralisks. That's 36 army supply of Ultras up against 5 Immortals, 6 Archons, 16 Zealots. These are 4 supply units, guys. What's 4 times 10? 40 supply of Archon Immortal. That alone beats 6 Ultras. Add 16 Zealots in front, and 8 Stalkers, and the Storms, and the air units, and you can kind of see how outmatched the Zerg ground army is. Because what are the Lings going to do? They're going to do nothing against Storm and Archons. The Queens aren't going to do anything. Maybe drop a Transfuse or 2, but that's not going to do too much. Only 75 hit points. Corruptor count's good, but in of itself, the air army isn't really the scary part of this. It's actually the ground army. So you need to have, and you're up 50 drones? You're both max, which means 50 less army supply there. You've got 6 Queens, that's 12 less army supply, 10 supply of Zerglings. There's so many of these things, 40 supply of Corruptors, that aren't going to really actively help you in the ground army. And this is why it's really tough in these sorts of games where you are overcommitted to Corruptor Viper, where there's a few things. Staying heavy on Ultras from the start, never building so many Corruptors so that when they push, you can counterattack and base trade with your Ultras. Because that's going to buy you time to then build even more Ultras, make the game chaotic, and then you can come in from 2 or 3 sides and land your spells. But you need to come from 2 or 3 sides with an overwhelming amount of Ultras, or they're really bad. Anytime you're fighting with melee units against a superior force, you need to come from multiple... Like you're just going to lose, basically. You need to counterattack. You always want to fight with at least similar army supply to theirs, preferably even more with melee units, so you can just swarm over, lock them in from all sides. But if you're attacking with a smaller army from one direction, it's the worst case scenario. And this ramp was an absolute no-go zone. Solar should not have been fighting there. He should have had his Ultras already around here, intercepting this rally of Immortal Archon. His Corruptors and Vipers could have kept trying to pick off units, but that's, of course, not super reliable. And realistically, with the army he's got, he's just not going to win this fight. So I think he just overbuilt Corruptors, thinking about how to deal with the air army, and that put him in a position where even if the Corruptors were A-moving here and he had plenty of Overseers, which he didn't, I just don't think it really matters. I think he's going to basically lose on the ground anyway, and the Corruptors are useless once they kill the air units. Ideally, you're not trapped in this late game in the first place. I think Hero had some good advantages at some point, and then Solar had some advantages, and it went back and forth. If we had to identify what Solar could have done better in this particular game, I think I'd go back to somewhere around the 7-minute mark. Usually where games are won or lost is much earlier, and I'd say, why are we building so many Roaches? The Ravagerling Bane style in general, to me, doesn't strike me as a particularly strong style. Maybe if he got a Ling drop in earlier, or opened this up earlier by mining it out, which is very expensive to bring drones across and mine this open, but it kind of feels like if you're going to end up on, I think you got 15 Roaches, 14, 15 Roaches, Massling Bane, and then if Hero doesn't commit to an attack into you and just sits there and makes Storm and Fleet Beacon, either you got to crush him with a timing attack, which maybe would have worked with how far ahead Solar was off the opening, or you got to transition to the late game and be better than him there, which is a tough ask for Solar against Hero. Either way, great play for Hero, guys. Get to 2-0. It was a really fun series, as always, with Hero's EVP. GG, well played.